Welcome back, Nintendo collectors. Alex here with another video. Bit of a change of camera angle. I'm out of the director's chair. I thought I'd sit here because it is quite nice to have a TV with a game going in the background like I used to have. Quite miss that. That is Gyrus on the NES. Classic arcade game if you haven't got it. Pretty good conversion on the NES as well. I do like playing that game. So this video, guys, I've got loads of pickups. Loads. Bit of gameplay at the end. But before we get onto that, just want to talk to you about a few games I've been playing, and I've been playing quite a lot because I'm still in the recovery from my op. And I thought I'd be getting a few modern games actually, and a lot of Wii U games. So I want to kill a lot of those games off before the new NX comes out. But the game that I've been playing a lot, and I've actually finished, and I'm really proud that I've finished it. So I finished Kirby's Planet Robobot, and I went straight into this game as soon as it came out, pre-ordered it, and really enjoyed this, guys. Fantastic game. I know it got a lot of stick in the media and by a lot of Nintendo collectors, fans, for not being sort of true to the Metroid world, the universe. But I think a lot of them really only saw the Blast Ball, which is like a little sub game, and it's a bit like Rocket League, I guess. It's like a football game. That doesn't really interest me, but I think when people first saw that, they thought that's what all the game was, but it's not. It's 22 levels of first-person sort of shooting game with loads of different puzzle elements, lots of bosses to take down, and just really cool online game. It's the first real online game I've enjoyed on the 3DS. Don't normally do that. I'm not usually into that. But to be honest with you, you're going to find it difficult to play this on your own. A lot of the missions are quite hard in terms of what you've got to achieve in a certain amount of time. You can only really do that with other players. So getting into a lobby, getting other players to join you wasn't a problem. There was always people there available to join you. So that was pretty easy. There's no lag in the game whatsoever. And for example, one level you had these 4 Yeti type creatures in an ice sort of zone, and you had to trap them inside these cages with these big portcullises, but the button to shut the portcullis down was inside the actual trap. So you had to get in there, get the Yeti in there as well without him getting you, press the button and quickly get out before the portcullis comes down. And that's difficult on your own. So you need someone outside kind of freezing him, or there's loads of mods in this game. You can upgrade any which way you like. So loads of different weapons for sort of holding creatures in positions or freezing them or whatever, you know, and you need all of that. And it really adds a lot of depth to the game. I really enjoyed this, guys. I think it was a fantastic game. Forget the Metroid skin. It didn't really need it. It's an added bonus, I guess, because I'm a massive Metroid fan. There's references to Samus. There's a little bit of a twist in it. And I think it's set in the Metroid universe. It's set after Corruption, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite that keen on the art style, which is what Chibi, they call it Chibi? Or it's kind of like small bodies, big head. I'm not so keen on that, to be honest with you. I guess they did that to get it onto the 3DS. Overall, really enjoyable game. 22 levels, didn't take too long. Most levels around about half an hour, 40 minutes, I guess. So I was doing maybe 1 or 2 levels every other night. Really enjoyed it. I had my headphones on. I totally recommend actually plugging your headphones in, because the music in this game is really good. All Metroid music is good. So definitely plug some headphones in and crank it up, guys. It's really cool. So yeah, been playing that and finished that. I was really chuffed with that. Also on the 3DS, I've been playing a game called Severed. I don't know if you know this one, guys. It's a new one out. I think it's the same guys who brought you Guacamole, is it? It's very similar art style. Severed, can you see that? You probably can't see that. So it's kind of a bit like a later version of Dungeon Master. It's like a 3D Dungeon Master, and when you meet enemies, you've got to swipe them with your stylus in different ways to sever them. You've got to sever their arms, sever their legs, It's very atmospheric. I love the art style, and it's a downloadable game on the 3DS. Really, really cool. I don't think it's that much, only about 10 quid, something like that. But again, with your headphones on, there's something about it. It's very atmospheric. I can't recommend that enough, guys. I'm really into that at the moment. Really cool game. Also, I did play a little bit of Rodeo, but not enough really to talk about it. You know, I really want to play the Wii version. It just seems a little bit like Sonic at the moment, to be honest with you. Lots of charge ups, flying through rings and stuff like that. Not really my cup of tea, but I will go back to it, and I will report back on that a bit later on. Still in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I kind of laid off a little bit because I've been playing Metroid, but the odd game here and there. I'm sort of on Island 6 at the moment. I think I've got one more island to do. Difficulty level has racked up quite a lot actually, but still fantastic game, and I will finish it. Another game, remember I bought this a couple of weeks ago, Project Zero. Very atmospheric game, but I kind of got stuck on this a witch coming out of the lake. She just keeps coming, very relentless, coming at you, trying to line up all the circles with your Wii pad, with your camera. I haven't got quite to grips with the mechanic of this game yet, and I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. But you know, I want to go back to it. It's an expensive game, so I want to try and go back to get into it and finish it if I can, because I've heard good things about it. So I think this is the game I'm going to go back and play now. Finish that Federation Fall. So hopefully report back on that in a few weeks' time, guys. So that's it. That's what I've been playing. Some really cool games. Got to finish all the Wii U games before the NX comes out, because there's still a few more I haven't played. Toad Treasure Tracker is another one I haven't played yet. I've got to get that in Star Fox. Still haven't played that. But without further ado, guys, let's get on to the old pickups. Got loads of pickups to show you this week. Let's take a look. Right, let's open some packages. Don't normally do this, open the packages. But let's give it a go, okay? I'm really excited about opening these. Don't normally do this. So, a small little package, okay? It's got to be maybe a DS game. Could it be a DS game? Feels a bit thin for that. Oh, it's a CD. Could it be game related? It's got to be, isn't it? Could it be Nintendo related? Of course it is. It is. This was off a Facebook group, I believe. Kirby Triple Deluxe soundtrack. Now I'm actually collecting. These are Club Nintendo soundtracks, which you got through the Club Nintendo, of course. I've already got about 5, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this is obviously the Kirby one. This is actually not through Club Nintendo. This is actually, if you brought the Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U, you would have got this inside. Still haven't opened this. I'm going to open all these and download them onto my computer, because I love listening to game music, especially in the van. This one is obviously my favourite. This is Metroid. I don't think this was a Club Nintendo one though. I think you had to buy it separately, but this is absolutely brilliant. If you love Metroid Prime, you might have heard some of the music in my last video. If you look at my game room tour, well, it wasn't a game room tour, my last gaming pickup video, I did a little pan round, if you like. I didn't talk, I just had the music over the top, and it was off of this CD. So if you want to hear any of the music, just go and check my last video. That's some really cool atmospheric music. Metroid is just brilliant for that. So that is one of my favourites. I actually like Kirby music as well. It's really cool. Smash Brothers is absolutely superb. This is a Club Nintendo CD. I've got Super Mario 3D World. I'm not sure if this was Club Nintendo. Yes, it is. It's got the Club Nintendo sign in the corner, whereas this one hasn't. So I think you had to go maybe third party for that. I'm not sure. Super Mario Galaxy is Club Nintendo. So I've got a nice little collection going on of official Nintendo music there, which I'm going to download on my computer. I've got 6 CDs there, love it, absolutely brilliant. Still got more to go, I think. So that was nice little pickup. We've got another little slip box here. This feels like a game to me. I'm using a Stanley knife, proper builder's way of opening a package. This is, usually end up cutting your finger off or something like that. Using a bit of masking tape, stick it back together. It is a game, and it is a brand new release. Well, it is a physical new release. It is Fast Racing Neo. You play this, guys? This was a digital download on the Wii U, which I never got. I try to avoid digital downloads if I can, but if there's no other option, then I will get a digital download, you know, if I want to play a game. But when I heard that they were going to give it a physical release, I just waited. I didn't do the download. I just waited for it to come out, and it has finally come out. I think there's another game as well that was just digital download. They're bringing it out as a physical copy. Just go on there, guys. You can see. But I'm really excited about playing this. This is almost like, you know, the Metroid Prime Federation Force. It's not F-Zero, but it is F-Zero, if you know what I mean. Really looking forward to playing this. Heard lots of good things about this, so yeah, nice little pickup that, guys. That's Fast Racing Neo. How cool is that? That's a nice pickup. Big box, big game. It's got to be, isn't it? Now I know it's not an SNES game, and I do know what it is. I'm really looking forward to playing this, guys. I used to own this, and for some reason I got rid of it ages ago and really regretted it. But I only had it on cart, which is okay, not a problem. I've got it back now, and it is, of course, one of my favourite arcade games of all time on a system I don't normally buy games for the N64. What is it, guys? Do you know what it is? I don't have many N64 games. I sold a lot of them, but I really wanted to play this again. I really enjoyed it last time. So I think we're going to have to do a gameplay of this. Oh, it's in fantastic condition. Really chuffed with this. It is Robotron 64. Now, if you didn't know already, but Robotron 2084 is one of the best arcade games ever made. It's so fast paced. If you've got a dodgy ticker, I don't recommend playing it, because when you finish playing it, you actually feel exhausted. You get heart palpitations. It's one of those games that's just like so frantic, so out there, but so addictive, so cool. And this just steps it up a notch. This is just as cool. It really is a brilliant game. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a gameplay of this, guys, at the end of the video. I can't wait to do this. I'm really chuffed with that. Look at this, guys. It's got a couple of stickers here, price stickers on there. Hopefully take them off. Arcadia Direct. $7.99 from Arcadia Direct. Let's have a quick look inside. We'll have a look inside, don't we? Which is the best way to open it. I hate when they do these. Oh, that's it. So it's all in this package. It's got the instructions, which is lovely. We like instructions, don't we, guys? So yeah, really chuffed with that. Any artwork in here? Not much really. So it's always nice to get a manual, isn't it, to refer to. Nothing worse trying to get online to find out how you work things in the game. So really chuffed with that. We are going to play some of that later, guys. That is Robotron 64. If you haven't seen this already, it is a fantastic game. Totally out there. Really, really cool. So we're going to play that bit later. So that's all my packages undone. Just going to have a little break and we'll be right back in a minute. Well, what should we start with? I love picking up the odd little natty knick-knack here and there, and Nintendo do some lovely little knick-knacks. And I saw these on eBay. I just thought, I've got to have these. Look at these. Little pin badges. Wario. Such a cheeky little chappy, isn't he? Such a cool little villain. And some great games Wario's in. He's on the GBA, man. Some of the best Wario games I've ever played. Absolutely brilliant little character. So these are little cool. These are actually probably Club Nintendo pin badges. They've got Nintendo on the back. This is like a little cowboy Mario, which is cool. Kind of remind me of Sheriff, Jack out of Sheriff. I would imagine they're not that new. I imagine they're sort of 90s maybe. Club Nintendo items. Love little things like that. Another Club Nintendo item, which I've been after for ages. It's a shame the old Club Nintendo closed down, but I think they're going to do it in other ways. But this was something I've always been after. Whenever I got enough points together, it was always sold out. This is the Super Nintendo controller, and it fits into your Wii remote. So you can play all your virtual console games on the Wii with the actual SNES controller. So this is a proper official Nintendo controller, but it just fits into your Wii remote. Now for me, this is great because I've got a modded Wii. So I've got PC Engine games, Mega Drive games, you name it, it's all on the Wii, thanks to Beeps, Brian. And now I can play PC Engine games with the SNES controller, or Mega Drive games with the SNES controller. So there it is, guys. It's all never been used, all mint in the box with all the baggies. There you can see the connection into the Wii remote is different. 40 quid on eBay. I think there's one on eBay right now. Buy it now, 35 quid, guys. Bargain. I mean, these were crazy money when they first came out, so now's a good time to get them. Really, really cool if you've got a Wii. And you've got a few virtual games. That's a lovely little pickup. A couple little charity shop pickups. Nice 3DS case for 50p. Nice solid case. I might give to my daughter because she's always leaving her 3DS laying about. So that's quite nice. Nice solid box. £2 Mercury Meltdown Revolution, sealed, charity shop, 2 quid, can't be bad, never played it. I imagine it works on the motion controls, pretty cool. Alright, okay, so this next bunch of games, I really only brought for one game. It's like a job lot of, what, 5 games there? Yeah, 5 games. Now, the reason why I brought them, I don't normally buy job lots, but I found a bunch of manuals at a car boot. Some really rare manuals in here, like Mega Man and Rock and Roll Racing, Castlevania, Dracula X in here. All in a bag at a car boot. I said to the guy, where's the game? Have you got the games? You got the game? He said, nah, just the manuals, mate. I was like, oh, jeez, you're joking. Wouldn't it be cool if all the games came with it? But no, it's just the manuals. But even so, I thought, I've got to have these. I didn't pay much. 5 quid for the bag back then. But I thought, you know, wouldn't it be cool to find all the games on eBay with no instructions and just hook the two together? So that's what I've been doing. I saw this job lot of NES games, and there was a couple in here I know I had the manuals for, and these were missing manuals. So I thought, okay, let's take a little cheeky bid. I think I won the job lot for 25 quid delivered, and I've got all the manuals for all of these games, so that's pretty cool. So first up, Dr. Chaos, which I played a little bit of. That's hard going, that game. Terrible that was. Renegade actually didn't work. I need to clean this up. Probably needs a little bit of work on that connection there. But yeah, unfortunately that didn't work first time. Track and Field, that wasn't a bad game. Quite enjoyed that for what it was. Russian Attack, had a lot of fun with this, and the reason why it was a lot easier in the arcade version. Green Beret, if you remember that, guys, great arcade game, rock hard. I know Victor Marlin's finished it from 10pence Arcade Podcast. I think he's clocked it. I've always found it's really difficult, but finding the NES version quite easy. So I'm going to finish that hopefully. And Jackal, I haven't played this yet, so I don't know what that's like, but it's nice to have this, and I've got the manual for it, so it's nice to put the two together, add to the collection. It's got about 50 loose NES games now. It's quite a nice little collection. I'm not really going to go for boxed NES games. It's just too much with the SNES collection as well. You know, I like the boxed complete collection for the NES, but the Super Nintendo, but the NES I'm not that bothered about. So that was that lot. And last of all, guys, bit of a funny one this. Got a lot of stick, obviously because of the theme. It's a bit, a lot of people saying bit pervy. I don't think so. I'm a 70s kid, brought up with Carry On and Benny Hill. You know, I've seen women betrayed a lot worse in games, especially Grand Theft Auto, where they're prostitutes that are getting slapped about. This is just a bit of fun, a silly bit of fun with big body parts, boobs bouncing around, which I find quite funny, and I don't think it's degrading at all. And, you know, I think a lot of these women are quite powering. You know, they've got a lot of power, they're quite strong women. I think it's a cool game, man. Really cool game. The game is a bit like Dynasty Warriors stroke sort of Bayonetta, and the more you swipe with your sword, the more clothes come off. So what else could you ask for? I think it's absolutely great. Really cool game. Quite a rare game on the 3DS as well. Very hard to find. I did play the first version. This is number 2, by the way. This is Deep Crimson. A lot better than the first game. First game was poor, but this is very good. Recommend this, guys. But it's very hard to find. Right, my next pickup is a big one. I'm going to have to cut here and move the camera around to show you what I bought. It's a really nice pickup, guys. Well, I didn't even mention the name of this game. It's Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson. Fantastic game. Buy it. Sorry, I forgot to mention the name of that. So the next big pickup, guys, is the Virtual Boy. I used to own one of these. I never owned a box one. I picked this up, UK seller, 240 quid with 5 games. That's delivered. The box is a little bit tatty. I probably would have wanted a better looking box, to be honest with you. But you know what? The Virtual Boy is out. It's always going to be on display. And it's always going to be plugged in whenever I want to play it. So I just thought, okay, for now, I just want to get it. Because I thought that was a pretty good deal. Especially in the UK. You know, if you're going to buy this from Japan, you're going to get hit customs 50-60 quid easily, and it's got 5 games. So I thought, bargain. So this is the box. It's the Japanese version. So I do believe Japanese region and US regions were different in terms of how many games they got. I think the Japanese only got 18, and I think the American got 20 or 22. Not sure. You might have to correct me on that. I've gone for the Japanese version. I don't think I'm going to bother collecting a full complete collection. Some of the games are ridiculously priced. I just want the best ones for it. So I've already got 7 games already. I still want probably another 2 or 3, and I'm happy. It's a great system. It really, really is. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And I'll show you in a little bit. The box is a bit faded. It's a little bit tatted around the edges, as you can see there. It just feels a little bit soft, like it's got a little bit damp. So, you know, I'd want to look for a harder box, a stronger, better conditioned box at some point, but for now it will do me fine. So the games I got, how do you pronounce this? Teleroboxer. I think that's how they pronounce it. We should just simplify their game names a bit more. I haven't played this yet. It's like a 3D boxing game, like Rock'em and Sock'em type thing. But the box is cool. Some nice box art, and the cartridges are really sweet. They've all come with instructions and little baggies, and they've got all the cartridges have got their own little kind of little protectors on the edge here to protect the connection strip, the pins. So that just slots on there like that. That's a really nice thing to have. And all come with the little baggies, which is nice. I've got Virtual 3D Shooting Game. I haven't played this yet. Don't know what this is like. I got Galactic Pinball. I love a pinball game. I've heard good things about this from my friend Ty in the USA. I think there's about 5 or 6 pin tables to play on. So this would probably be my favourite game out of the lot. Virtual Tetris. Can't go wrong with a bit of Tetris. Really cool box art. Love that monochrome red look as well. Bomberman. Can't remember which one this is called now. It's Bomberman something. But it isn't Bomberman. It's like another Tetris type game. It's got the Bomberman sort of skin over it. Nice box art again on that one. Vertical Force, I used to own this. This is a brilliant shoot 'em up because this kind of, the 3D works really well because you kind of drop between layers. Just a flick of a switch, you drop down a lower level, and then the 3D works so well that just that depth, you really get a feel of the depth of the game with the 3D. It works really well. And then you can sort of swap back up to the other level again and still see the enemy craft below you. It's really, really cool. You've got to see it to play it. Really, really nice game. Mario Tennis. This would have been a fad game, sort of with a 2-player. And I did read that the Virtual Boy was good. It has actually got an, what do you call it? A socket on the bottom of the console for an extension lead, so you could link like a link cable to link the two, like the Game Boy has. So they were in development, but I don't think it was ever finished. So imagine this, 2 Virtual Boys linked up. Would have been really cool, but unfortunately they never made a link cable, which is a bit unfortunate because that would have been a lot of fun. I think there is, someone said to me, my mate Rog said to me that there is a third party, someone's made one. Or you can make one yourself, but I don't think I'll bother. Anyway, that's all my games, guys. Let's just pan you around and show you the actual console. As you can see, I've got it set up on my cocktail table, which I think looks pretty cool next to Mario. And that's where it's going to be, all the time. So all I've got to do is flick the switch down there, comes on, I can sit down over there and play latest game without having to keep getting out of the box, which is cool. So, here's the cart. This is Vertical Force. Now the carts go in the back of the console, which is up here, which is very odd. I mean, everything about this machine is very odd. So they go up that way. Just need to push it in a bit. It comes on this really fragile tripod frame, wire frame. It's very odd, and I can imagine it can break quite easily. It's got a focus and a sort of 3D focus here. Now this is really important. A lot of people complain that they got headaches using this console, and I really do believe that you have to get this right for your eyes. It's really important, especially if you're going to play long periods. I'm not going to play long periods. I'll probably play half an hour max on this, and that's enough, you know. But it's really important you get these right, guys, for your eyes. You know, if someone else comes around and starts fiddling around with it, you really have to put it back to adjust to your eyesight. This is the control pad, which is really cool. I really like this control pad. It's got on-off switch there, start and select, A and B button, and 2 D-pads. And the power goes into the back of the controller and then runs up this lead to the console. So the power doesn't actually go into the console, it goes into the actual game controller. So this is a mains cable that you need, really. You don't want the batteries running this machine, because I think they'd run it flat pretty quickly. So I'm just going to turn it on. And I'll probably have to dim the lights down for you to see anything, and it's going to be hard for you to see anything, to be honest with you. In fact, let's try that. Let's try dimming the lights down a little bit. See how that works. See if you can see anything in there, can you? Just make it out. You won't be able to see it in 3D, but you might just be able to see the screen. So it's like a red monochrome. So some great sound effects, great music. Can you see that, guys? Just about. It's hard for you to see it, really, but you get the gist of it. That's it, guys. It's difficult to film, it really is. But you get the gist of the sound. It looks really cool. Any Nintendo collector has to have this in your collection. It's just the bizarre, isn't it? So that's it, guys. That is my Virtual Boy. I'm really pleased to own that. Let's turn the lights back up. It's quite loud actually. Let's just turn it off. So, just to end the video, guys, I really want to show you Robotron 64. Such a cracking game. So, I think we're going to do that now. Just pan around, set the camera up, and play a bit of Robotron 64. Robotron 64. So it's got some of the sound effects from the arcade version, which is 2084. I used to own the Cocktail arcade version, loved it, really miss it actually in my collection. So I guess I've got the next best thing, which is Robotron 64, the N64. This is a cracking game though, guys. Even though you're using the N64 controller, using the D-pad to move and the yellow buttons for directional fire, it's great, it works fine. It doesn't get tiring at all, and I find it perfect for this game, it really is. Right, the music does get to me. I'm not a fan of this kind of acid, kind of whatever it is, house music. Does get to me a little bit, but it does suit the game, I guess. But man, I love this game. It's just rocks, man. It's so cool. It's just a quick blast, you know, and that's with retro games. That's what you want. You know, I find it difficult to get into role-playing games, especially the old ones. You know, once you've done them, that's it. You never really go back to them. But games like this, they've got so much replay value. You can just play them over and over again. Although this is quite deeper, I think, a lot bigger game than the arcade version. It's a lot easier as well. You've got a lot more space to move around. You don't get hemmed in like you do with the arcade version. You know, very quickly, level 5 on the arcade version, you're looking for escape routes, you know, whereas here you've got a lot more space. So the idea is the same, guys. You've got to pick up the humans to get off the level, shoot the aliens in the meantime. Some of the aliens can't be destroyed though. You've got to work out which ones can and can't be destroyed. Like these big green guys, I think they're the Hulks, can't be destroyed. Yeah, and then nicking my humans. You've got to get those humans before they do. So, that's it. It's quite an odd little character, isn't he? Little bod with bald head. It's like Joe 90, I guess. These are the brains. These are from the first arcade version. So these will basically take control of your humans. You've got to get to them before they do. That's pretty easy. Very psychedelic, very acid, very out there. I love it. Sound effects are great. Although there's not much sound effects with your firepower, your gun, whatever it is, laser gun. Oh, you can change the viewpoint. So shoulder buttons will change the viewpoint. I kind of prefer like this isometric side view here, top-down view. Get to see the whole board. It's mad, it's just totally mad. I love it, it's so cool. Simple games are the best games, I think. It works so well. Nothing overcomplicated like me. Man, guys, you've got to give this a go. If you've got an N64 and you haven't got this is a must for your collection. It's so good, honestly. If you like arcade games, you've got to get it. Brilliant. This and Doom 64, probably my favourite N64 games. As well as Zelda, of course, you know, but you don't go back to it very often, do you? It's these sort of games you can have just a quick fix, come home from the pub, a little bit pissed, and I'll just slam this on, do a few levels. Before you know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning on level 100, trying to defeat the end of level boss. But that's what it's like, honestly. Loads of different enemies as well, really cool. Each level's got its own name. Oh. Oh, keep hitting the shoulder button. Love to see a HD version of this updated. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was Robotron 64. If you haven't got it for the N64, go out and buy it now. It's well worth buying. It really is a good game. My next video hopefully will be a SNES collecting video. I haven't done one of those for quite a while. I've got a couple of Super Nintendo games I want to share with you. But in between that, I'm going to be playing more Project Zero, Fast Racing Neo, and Senran Karuga. Can't wait to play this. Looks like a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. It's all about fun, guys. So yeah, that's it for this week. Got replay coming up. Got UK VAC meet. Lots going on in October. So lots to look forward to. So hopefully see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Cheers, guys.